Ah, testing the audio. Everything good? You can hear me fine? Hopefully. Alright. Oh, that's not right. That's the other one. There we go. Okay. Time to play. Uh-oh, hi Jester. I I'm playing this ironically, I swear. I have played a bit of it. I didn't get too far because I was like, I was recording it, but I was like, this would make a better stream than a recording. So, here we are. I'm gonna be reading it out. Maybe I should have gotten water, but you know, it's fine. We ball. Oh, good old road trips full of promise and ripe with potential for adventure. Yeah, soul searching and incredible scenery. Sorry. Or at least that's what you thought before the novelty wore thin. As of now, your legs are cramping up. Oh my gosh. Okay. You've exhausted your travel place 2 times over, and your stomach's begging for something to eat. On top of all that, you're pretty sure you're lost. Oregon. I don't know why I'd be going to Oregon. Driving through Oregon paints a picture of trees, trees, and more trees, especially on the endless winding roads that you're taking up north. All that breaks the pattern is a sign that zips past with words that you're just able to make out. Gravity Falls. Oh my gosh. The road continues, giant redwoods looming on both sides. You find yourself anticipating something, because as you drive on, you can feel it. Something strange is bound to happen here. Something weird. Oh. And that's when it happens. Your car picks up speed. Ruh-roh. The change came out of nowhere, and you quickly put your foot on the brakes, but horrifyingly, the car seems to be driving on its own willpower. Trying to stay calm despite panic welling up in your chest, you pull the emergency brake, only to find that the car resists and keeps moving forward, like something is pulling it. The car begins to rattle, the wheels screech against the country road, and you're screaming until... CRASH! Oh my gosh! There's smoke. Why is there smoke? You cough, fumble for the door, and manage to undo the lock just before the door is wrenched outward from your grasp. Something lands on your shoulder. A hand. Ooh. Oh. Okay. This is floored. I gotta do voices now. Are you alright? A man stands at your open car door. His hand on your shoulder leaves to tilt your head up. Okay. And he pulls a flashlight from his coat, shining it in your eyes. 2 blinks and he lets your chin go. His eyes dart over the rest of you, looking for injuries. Still stunned, all you do is watch. What's your name? Regular person. I don't want to put myself in this game. I don't want to. Anyone watching? What should the name be? I don't want. Seth is not being put in this game. Bill Cipher? Okay. Bill. Try again. You can't be Bill. Did I put Cipher? No. Cipher. Oh, there we go. We got Cipher. That works. Alright. My pronouns. They, them, she, her, he, him. Am I playing as Bill? Yeah, okay. I guess we'll go he, him. Cipher, I'm Stanford Pines. Ford for short. Ford for short. I would shake your hand, but you look shaken up enough as it is. I could say some things, but family is watching. You seem fine as far as I can tell, but you shouldn't head back out there anytime soon. Where on earth were you driving in such a hurry? You open your mouth. Wait, no. You open your mouth to explain when a voice calls from inside the house. Point Dexter, this better not be one of your experiments again. I've had this place rebuilt too many times to. Okay. The owner of the voice walks out of the house and stops slack-jawed at the side of your car and the side of you're guessing his house. It's Stan! Stan! Okay. Dude, I don't know who should I room? I'm Bill, so I got room as Ford. It wouldn't be right if I went Stan. The owner of the voice walks. Oh wait, yeah, I already read that. You must have hit your head earlier because you could swear it's seen double. Ooh. Sweet Moses, Ford, you've done it this time. What? No. What? This had nothing to do with me. I was testing my magnet gun and it must have pulled this victim of circumstances' house. I suppose it is entirely my fault. I'm incredibly sorry. Alright, first choice. Reassure him, reassure yourself, or cry. Huh. Let's see. I kinda wanna cry. Or reassure myself. Why should I reassure him? I gotta reassure myself. I can't believe this. My car. What's going on? Who are these men? Why did this happen to you? I can't take it seriously. I'm Bill. Alright. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna get through this. Crap. Hey, look, it's fine, alright? Sure, there's a dent in the hood from the shack's signage and a crack in the windshield that looks like an ominous triangle. Why'd you read men like it was in capitals? Because men. Alright, but I'm sure she'll still run. You try to start up the car, it sputters, but ultimately nothing happens. You feel like crying. Oh. Well, let's get a tow truck for this unfortunate soul here and forget. I'll take care of it. Yeah, sure you will, pal. You're right. I can't do the voices. Ugh. Okay. You're right. It is cheaper to tow yourself, Sixer. Get that magnet gun out again. No, Stanley, I'm gonna fix this. What? Ha! You fix this mess? I figured out a few alien vehicles in my time. Nah, you kidding me? It takes some sort of miracle worker to bring this baby back to life, and this miracle worker is on vacation. Does Stan work in cars in canon? Work on cars in canon? I don't know. I don't really remember, but Stanley, a moment. How long is this game? Because I've got to binge a show. I gotta binge Murder Drones or else mine would get me. Ford and Stanley turn away and left to your thoughts. I don't know, but he's from New York, so props. I thought he was from Jersey. Who could anticipate a car accident like this in the middle of a road trip? You can take care of the car, but how are you going to get home? They run buses out here, right? So you take a bus out up here and then... Oh, they're back. Yeah, it's from New Jersey. Same area. Isn't people from New York and Jersey always, like, beefing with each other? I don't know. They hate each other. It's like me and California, but that's more of a one-sided thing. Ford clears his throat, shifting a little awkwardly in place. Seems like they finished their talk. I really like this art style. It's cute. Reminds me of the comic. Or the Mabel comic. So, there are a few options. My brother Stanley here could drive you out to town to find a place to stay for the night, or you could stay the night here. Ooh. La la la. We have some maps and information you can look at the gift shop, and in the morning we can help you with your car. What do you say? Just as you're about to answer, another high-pitched voice comes from inside the house. Mabel! Grunkle Stan, and picture this, a whole week of, oh my gosh! The girl that runs out of the house comes to a halt at the side of your car. Oh great. I like that sweater, she's so cute. Okay. Grunkle Ford? Why is it that everyone automatically thinks I'm at fault? Okay. Well, this time it is my fault, but I've invited Cypher here to stay with us for the night, if you'd like. I'm sure I can fix this, I just have to figure out how. Stanley sighs. I can take a look. Being on vacation's pretty boring, and the old Stanmobile hasn't needed a tune-up yet, so it wouldn't be too bad to work on something in the meantime. OMG, it's the Stan Twins, yes it is. And Mabel. Thank you, Stanley. I'm sure I can put something together from the gadgets I have laying around, if you need any specialized tools to help you with the job. And let me introduce myself. I'm Mabel. You can ask me anything. I pretty much know everything there is to know about this place. Oh, wait, hold on. I haven't even said anything yet. I appreciate your offer to let me stay. And repair your car. Yeah, well, it'll be good as new in my hands. I mean, look at my Stanmobile. She's been through the ringer. Who knows how many times and she's still a beaut. He points out a red car parked a distance away. You can't really see how beautiful it is at this distance, but he sounds really confident. This turn of events is fortuitous, or suspicious. Hey, we got a writer here. Go see, what does fortuitous mean? I don't. I'm nerd words for excited, dude. Okay. So it's either good or suspicious. This is kind of suspicious. These are two old men, and they so happen to bring my car here. This is a setup for a murder. I'm just saying. Like, I don't know. If I didn't know it was a dating sim, I think I'm gonna get murdered. However, the word fortuitous is really funny. That is true. Maybe we can get to Ford quicker if we choose that one. We'll do it. Free repairs, free lodging. There's no better deal to be found. And if things don't work out, the town probably has some sort of auto repair shop you can head to instead. Well, I accept. Thanks for the help. And my apologies again. What an embarrassment. I must have made such an elementary mistake. Yeah, we're gonna romance Ford. Hi. Oh. Hi. Welcome to This stream is pronounced fortuitous. Let's search it up. Fortuitous. Or fortuitous. Whatever. We're past that part now. As the pines lead you inside the house, Mabel leaves her number in your phone to call it whenever, and you find out Fort's twin goes by Stan. What is this game? It's what the title says. It's a old man dating sim. Yeah. So there's a show called, oh, hello. Welcome. What do you... Yep.
As the pines lead you inside the house.
You're reading this now?
I'll narrate this part.
Okay. I already read this part, so we gotta move on.
Okay.
You're reading Sam.
Yes! My dream! Okay,
Welcome
ready?
Ghosty into the house.
Hi! Okay. How does Stan sound?
He's like...
I'll give him a voice.
Yeah.
This part's the
That's not his voice!
This part's the house, but just outside that door is the mystery shack. Hey?
What are you doing?
Let me talk.
He's possessed. He's possessed by a teenage girl.
Hey, you ever been to the mystery shack before?
I wanted to, actually. I saw a bumper sticker when I was on the road and got curious.
You're interrupted by a loud triumphant ha! Those bumper stickers were a good investment. As he just says that, they're too plain and graphically simplistic. I don't even have an address on them. Stanley, how is anyone supposed to find the place to attract customers? Did you hear that? Alright,
get out of here. Yeah.
and then the crowd goes wild.
Yeah. Why does Stan sound like that Casper the Ghost? What Casper the Ghost looks like? My friend. Why does Stan sound like what Casper the Ghost looks like? Well,
Yeah, they should hire me.
yeah, they should. Well, love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was a special guest appearance. I'm so sorry, Stan. Alright, anyway, moving on. Well, they are graphically simplistic. I don't know how he found the place, let alone what is the mystery shack was compelling. Let alone what the mystery was compelling. And I kind of liked it. See? See, he liked it. Hey, I like you. Teehee. Anyway, Cypher, how about I give you a tour, son? No, that's for... Maybe I should have gotten water. That probably would have been a better idea, but... How about I give you a tour sometime tomorrow? Regular price. Tomorrow? Then I'll have to squeeze in all my get-to-know-you questions in today. Cypher, tell me, capybara, yes or no? I gotta say no for Ashy. They don't like capybaras. At that moment, a boy passes in the hallway at the far doorway, and Ford calls out to him. Dipper, my boy, I'm surprised I didn't see you run out to the scene of the crime. Crime? What crime? I have an alibi, I swear. Oh, you have someone with you. Hey, haha, I'm not suspicious at all. Did you guys see that car on the side of the shack, though? For a second, I thought the Manitars were back with a grudge. Little hat. Oh, yes, about that, Dipper. Meet Cypher. I've, stranded his car here by accident. He's staying here for the time being. Sorry, stranded his car here? You crashed it? Yeah, yeah, the S-Shack... I'm gonna kill myself. Yeah, the S and Shack fell on it and everything. And the windows are cracked. One window, the windshield. And Cypher was lucky to make it out alive. He's fine. No injuries, thankfully. The magnet gun's rather safe despite never having been tested in a formal setting. Should he not, take safety precautions or anything? Actually, the irony of the situation is that I was trying to install a safety precaution. That's funny. Hey, if you two are gonna do your nerd talk, I'm gonna get Cypher set up. Mabel, sweetie, why don't you show Cypher around? Let him stay in a storage room. That's too empty, right? I'll make it empty. When do we start kissing the old men? The rest of the day consists of Mabel showing you the storage room you'll be staying in, the kitchen, and the room, the hallway, the bathroom, and pretty much a comprehensible tour of the mundane of the Ricketts house. Who said that? I don't know who said that. That's crazy. Eventually you find out that the family is even more extended than you knew. The decorative dollies make a lot more sense knowing a grandmother normally lives here, and her grandson Zeus, or how do I say it again? Zeus? Bro, really blurred out. Look, I'm just trying to get to the straight to the point, you know? Not Zeus, Jesus. I don't know how to pronounce it, alright? Juice? Oos? No. Zeus. I don't know. Or was it Zeus? That, you know, that's what I'm saying. Whatever the name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes home for work in the morning. For I can join BC and tell you. Well, okay, we can have a quick jester appearance. I don't know if the stream will be able to hear you, but I'll quickly go into the mystery shack in the server.
It's Zeus.
Zeus. No.
No, not Zeus.
Zeus.
S-O-O-S. Zeus. Also, it's fortuitous.
Zeus. No. I can't say it right. Zeus. 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 No. I can't say it. I can't say it. I can't say it.
Why can't you say the letter S?
I don't know. I just can't.
You can say the end. You can't say the beginning.
I can't do it. It's fine. We won't meet him. I don't think. Yolu. No. I don't know. I know. It's unfortunate. Maybe we will meet him, but well, I don't know. But yeah, thank you for trying. I can't say it.
You just can't pronounce it.
Yeah, I just can't. But
You'll get it next time.
yeah, I'll get it next time. Well, hey, bye. Oh, that was nice. I can't. I don't know if the stream picked up Jester's voice, but she tried to help me. Thank you, but I can't do it. Whatever name, you look forward to meeting him when he comes in for work in the morning. When you go up to the attic, Mabel opens the door to reveal Dipper, nose stuck in his book, but you catch him occasionally glancing up at you as he pretends to read. The next member of the family snorts up at you from Mabel's bed, a round-tongued pink pig, who Mabel declares as her best friend and partner in crime, Waddles. The two are a perfect match, right down to chubby cheeks and boopable noses. And in the evening, though you'd still been in disbelief over the state of your car, the family dinner and after-dinner TV marathon you'd been invited to made it seem like a normal guest stay rather than a forced circumstance. I don't know. It's still kind of suspicious. Returning to the storage room Mabel had shown you earlier, you find an air mattress waiting for you and more pillows and sheets than a summer night warrants. Oh my gosh. Bill Cipher reference. Yeah. Cursed artifacts. I don't like that I'm in here with flows. You wake up to the weak glare of sunlight streaming in through the small high window and wall. You can't remember your room having this kind of feature, or any hotel or motel room for that matter. And yesterday comes crashing back to you. You glance at the time to see that you slept into the afternoon. Yeah, that's normal. Experiencing the accident yesterday must have tired you out. Yeah. Despite having been assured yesterday evening that you're afraid of anything in the fridge, you still feel like you're imposing on the Pines family and try preparing as polite a guest breakfast as you can. Okay, here we go. You wash your dishes in the sink before you leave, and just as about your I can't read. And just as you're about to exit the kitchen, you bump into Ford. Here we go. Yes, from yesterday, of course. For a good solid moment, Ford regards you in awkward silence. ... Okay. Ford clears his throat. I believe Stanley's taking a look at your car outside, if you want to be there for it. You give a nod and make to leave for real this time when Ford speaks up again. And Cypher, I'm sorry again for the accent. If I'd been smarter about, well, let's just say it's entirely my fault, and you shouldn't worry about this at all. Ooh. When it comes down to it, Stanley does have a knack for cars. I predict you'll be back on the road in a matter of weeks. Weeks? I don't want to be here for weeks. These are you can't keep the dismay off your face and can't really bring yourself to try ever. We're not gonna do it weeks. Yeah. Ford, who's gone kind of uncomfortable and closed off when your face fell, recovers at the prospect of a question he can answer. Well, there's the town to tour, of course, and the mystery shack. But if you're asking me, all that pales in comparison to... Hold on, do you hear that? Pales in comparison to what? Ford turns to the kitchen doorway to investigate. The sound comes again, and this time you hear it well. The squeak of a pig, followed by a pair of quick footsteps running down the stairs. Maybe I should go grab water. I feel like it's gonna be a long game. So I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. I got water. Got some nice iced water. Hello, Ninja, or Shinobi, Shiba, I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. Alright. I already read this, I think, so. Ford steps quickly out of the kitchen and he follows through the doorway, getting in there just in time to see the apparent tug of war between Mabel and her pig over a saliva-covered sheet of paper. The paper rips after nearly toppling backward from her efforts, Mabel recovers, snatching the scrap of ripped paper from Waddle's jaws and lifting both pieces up victoriously. Haha! Mabel wins again! Now I just gotta find Grunkle Ford! Ford, who'd run forward and held a hand out to steady this energetic child when she'd been in danger of toppling over, now finds a number of crumbled sheets of paper shoved into his hands. Mabel tugs urgently at his coat. Grunkle Ford, you've got to help me! Ford kneels down to face Mabel with a serious, though concerned look. Slow down, Mabel. What's the matter? Dipper found a stack of papers from your old journals, and I walked in, and Waddles ran up and started eating one, and he must have been chewing on it to warn me, Grunkle Ford. Look. Mabel takes the ripped halves of paper back from Ford's hand and joins them together, holding it up for Ford to see. I see, and you took it as a warning? Yes, it says here that I eat small dogs, and Waddles is a small pig, but he sort of looks like a dog from far away, and Waddles must have feared for his life. Waddles seems to second this notion with a snort, or not, as it seems the pig is lounging adorably a short distance away in the hallway. You can't imagine what this dangerous predator could be. Some kind of wolf, something bigger. You're suddenly not so keen on staying anymore. Yeah. Remember the pterodactyl that I told you about? Waddles was so scared that time. I can't let him leave my side. Pterodactyl? You suppose pigs are allowed in museums around here? Dumb idiot. How about I finish that repellent I never got around to completing? That'll keep Waddles safe from harm. Mabel flops down on the floor in relief. Grunkle Ford, you're an actual lifesaver. Waddles, you had nothing to fear. Ford chuckles, lifting himself out of the kneel and standing back up. Alright, I'll go get my recipe. Ford turns to leave, and you suddenly remember that with nothing better to do for the weeks you're going to be here, it wouldn't hurt to get to know Ford. He seems to know what there is to do around the town. Anyway, you'll need to not die of boredom in the first week. Or more pressingly, you could go check on your car and see what Sam's made of it so far. Ooh, here we go. You're not exactly eager to face seeing your car in the side of the house again, though. Here we go. Here's I think, yeah, this is where we get to decide which one of the old men we get to romance. Now, I'm Cypher, so there's only one answer. Get to know Ford. Ford, wait, need a hand with that recipe? I can handle it myself. Are you sure you can use a hand? Ford looks away, then you follow his averted line of sight to Mabel, who's just mouthed something that you couldn't catch. When she catches you looking her way, Mabel gives you a 100-watt smile, the picture of innocence. Ford rubs the back of his neck. Yes, I suppose I can accept some help. And with that, assured that Ford is on the task, you spot Mabel rolling away with Waddles into the living room. Before we start, I suppose I should give you an introduction. Cypher, tell me, do you believe in the supernatural? Yeah. Well, you're about to come face to face with the unexplainable yourself. You see, Gravity Falls isn't some quiet, unassuming backwater town. Much more lurks below its surface. Ford pockets the crumbled journal papers and gestures for you to join him as he walks. You do, and follow him through the living room and into the gift shop. Yeah. Oh. Hi. Hello, Ask Ninja. You maybe don't want to be here for the stream. What is this? I did not read the title. Well, it's a grunkle dating sim where you romance the grunkles from Gravity Falls. I'm playing this ironically. Anyway, for example, you must have heard Mabel mention a pterodactyl. Most would say none exists in the living world today, but I say not if you know where to look. Ford reaches under the cashier counter and retrieves a packet of vintage-looking gum, inspecting it for a moment before slipping it in his pocket. He looks around in thought. Hold on to my explanation for the moment. I need to retrieve some more supplies. Ford ushers you out of the gift shop entrance so that you find yourself on the outside of the shack, then shuts the door behind you. What the? Bro. You're truly a dating sim of all time, yup. Who wouldn't want to play this? You know, that was really rude of Ford. Okay, yeah. What's going on? Just more supplies. Jump here through the window. Respect man's privacy. It's clear got business in that gift shop. I'll respect it, I guess. You correctly and politely just stand out here until Ford returns. You maybe scan the sky for a pterodactyl while you wait. Not too long after... I don't know if I want to watch this live stream yet. Maybe don't. Not too long after, the door opens behind you and Ford joins you outside, looking no different than before. He must have stored whatever supplies he went to retrieve in his coat, but the trench coat falls too naturally on his figure to be hiding much. Where were we? Ah, yes. Ford pulls a pen and a pad of paper from his coat, walking as he writes. Just as you're about to head out, he stops and smacks his hand to his face. Oh, shoot. 1 second. How long is this game? How long is swooning over stands? Okay, just 3 hours? No! I don't want to be playing this for 3 hours. Why does it take so long to romance them? This is not... It's fine. We'll get through this. Just gotta go quick. Ford hurries back to the house, realizing he forgot one important component to this adventure, a butterfly net. Ooh, we're gonna catch bugs? I am up for that, actually. Before you get a chance to ask, he strides you out ahead of you, obviously in no mind to tell you what's for quite yet. Jeez. The pair of you walk past the shack and down a well-worn path into the trees surrounding the house, sunlight peeking between the pines. He double checks. I nearly read that as double cheeks, but you know, whoops. Whatever he scribbled onto the paper and tucks it back into one of his coat's seemingly infinite pockets. He stopped and turns to face you with a definite nod. My recipe for repellent called for a sprig of lavender, two thin slices of ginseng, I don't know, a drop of bat blood, a chunk of amber, and then 3.5 milliliters of ink. I don't know how to read. He pauses, staring down at the path in thought. Obviously, I already have all those components on hand, all except for one last ingredient. A single moth's wing. We are gonna go bug catching. This is so awesome. I don't care from Mothman itself. Okay, this got good. Okay. Yeah, let's go. You can't help it, you gasp. Ford glances at you and you think you see a hint of a smile before he turns back to the path and continues along, wind ruffling through his hair. You see, Mothman is the very creature on that page that Waddle seemed to fear. Using a piece of itself should ward it away, or at least lead it to believe that Waddles isn't for eating. I would have already completed the repellent years ago if I had managed to collect that wing. Was it too difficult? Oh, I just never got around to it. Besides, Mothman used to come bat at this lamp I had lit out in the backyard. It seemed like such an innocent hobby that I had never had the heart to chase off. But if this brings Mabel and her pig a peace of mind, then the time has come to finish this. Hey, he's like friends with Mothman. Maybe it was a good idea to play this game. Sunlight filters in through the trees, causing causing whatever shadows across Ford's coat as he leads in front of you. Break the silence. How much further are we walking? How do you know so much about this stuff? Wait for him to speak. How do you know so much about this stuff? I study anomalies, anything unusual, strange, and just plain weird. I began my research in this town because it was, and remains, a hotbed of paranormal activity. I made this exact trip years ago, though at the time I had no idea where I was going. It was just dumb luck that I managed to tail Mothman back to his cave from my backyard. Navigating the forest by moonlight is poetic, but not advisable. I made plenty of other discoveries as well, from fairies and gnomes to amalgams of creatures who were never meant to cross, to wait. Ford reaches into his pocket and pulls out the slightly crumbled pages that Mabel had pushed into his hand earlier, smoothing them out and shuffling through them. Take a look at these. They're more definitive proof than just my word. You accept the pages from him and find that there's scanned pages from some sort of journal, just as you heard Mabel say. Fluid cursive tells of Mothman, beard cubs, scamp fires, and more and more. Ford gestures to them and explains. I detailed my discoveries in a series of research journals. The remaining pages, at least, I wonder where Stanley was keeping these. You drew these. Were any of these creatures ever dangerous? You must have gotten up to some pretty crazy stuff back then. Walk in silence. Wait, that's kind of like obvious. You drew these? Yes, of course. Who else? That's so photorealistic. I love your line work. These ink washes look so masterfully as executed. Give an ambiguous nod of acknowledgement. I've seen better. All right. I got. What would Ford like? How? We need to go quick. I need to romance this guy real fast. So what would Ford like? His ink washes look so massively executed. Yeah, let's do that one. He's smiling. Okay, we're getting somewhere. My work now is far better, but I appreciate the compliment. Despite his understated words, Ford looks surprisingly pleased. What the? Why did it go back? Oh. this is one of those, you gotta choose all of them. You must have gotten up to some crazy stuff back then. That's one way to put it. It only took 6 years for me to get in over my head. He takes a silent moment to look away from your gaze, seemingly in bittersweet remembrance. Were any of these creatures ever dangerous? Oh, extremely. Some were worse. Dangerously annoying. Though Ford seems to find his own comment amusing, he doesn't fail to notice your unease. I do have weapons in case things escalate, so there's no need to worry. You brought weapons? Not many. I have a stun gun, my fist, and my sharp wit. Ah ha ha. I feel safer already. Why would he bring a magnet gun for a creature that isn't metal? Dummy. Oh. Shuffle through the pages, decide which one to ask about. It says here that Mothman turns into a bunch of moths. You mentioned gnomes. Will we catch sight of that pterodactyl? So about this leprechaun. There are floating eyeballs here. Granite Falls is home to a giant vampire bats. You mentioned a grim goblin. There are floating eyeballs here. Sounds concerning. Yeah, whatever. Doesn't it? I once released them in my house by accident and found eyeballs in the most unsuspecting places for months. My guests chose not to comment on my choice of house decor. I don't want to do all this. Creatures. Giant vampire bats. Giant fruit bats, actually. They were among the first to teach me not to judge a creature by its reputation. I only realized they were harmless once I'd been bitten by one. Oh no, that still sounds pretty bad. It actually healed quite fast. I attribute that to the health kick I was on soon after. You didn't bring your magnet gun? I thought it'd be prudent to leave its magnetic field alone for a while, until I have the time to optimize it. You see, I was trying to widen the area of magnetic influence, but it's been a while since I last worked with the gun. I need to refamiliarize myself with its inner workings. My guess is that I switched a wrong wire or two and instead narrowed the beam. Nerd! I don't care. I'd like to see how it works sometimes. Really, you know, if you're interested in devices like that, my old research colleague, Fiddleford mentioned, oh my gosh, would have more to show you. He's the engineering genius around here. I don't want to ask about every single creature, so we're just gonna walk in silence. Suddenly Ford puts up an arm in caution, slowing his pace. You narrowly manage not to collide with him and take a quick glance around and see nothing. Have a good drink of water. Look, there. You see what looks like a bundled up plaid shirt moving along the forest floor. Wait, is that a beaver's tail? It looks like a platypus. Aha, I get it. What are you doing all the way out here? Don't you mean a platypus? Ford shakes his head with a grin. I meant what I said. It's a platypus. A platypus. It's funny. Ford moves into a crouch, but stays at a respectful distance, following the small creature. You watch him, and after a moment, mimic his actions. Ford gives the creature a bright smile, the first of its kind that you've seen since leaving Mabel at the shack. He smiled earlier. Stupid. Okay. It's in the box. You're a cute one, aren't you? And one of my favorite patterns, too. Ford motions for you to move forward a little, to the distance he's maintaining. If I were to rate the oddities that live in the forest on a scale of least to most annoying, these little guys would get immunity. They have nothing wrong. They have done nothing wrong, and I appreciate them for it. That's cute. This guy's kind of cute. As the two of you watch in quiet appreciation, the platypus ambles into the underbrush, and vanishes from view. I can't read. What a cute little guy. 6 now. Okay. The two of you continue deeper into the forest. The foliage seems denser now, and you look through the treetops for a glimpse of the sun, which has by now dropped low in the sky. It had already been getting late when you left, but you hadn't thought Mothman would be this far out. I'm so excited to see Mothman! Almost as though he'd read your mind, for it answers for you. Mothman is rather reclusive, and as such, lives deeper within the forest than bolder creatures like the gnomes. Are you right? Huh? That is, are you tired at all? I should have asked sooner. It's just been a long time since I've shot with anyone new. Stanley tends to speak his mind without my asking. I'm tired, that was a long walk. I'm worried about getting stuck out here at night. I'm fine, Millie. I'm tired, that was a long walk. I understand, we can rest here until sunset. You mentioned traveling with Stan. I love Stan. I suppose I wouldn't do any harm to tell you. He says that, but the tone of his voice says he's been dying to tell someone for months. Okay. Stay in the box. I've been sailing with Stanley around the world, chasing after hotspots of anomalous activity. He seemed to view it as a vacation, but I saw it as a chance to pick back up on some serious research. I've been rather eager to break the news of what we've found to the world, but I must first organize my findings. And if I'm honest, I still need some time to get back into the swing of things. Why am I playing this? Must be strange to come back home after traveling so long, huh? More than you know. Ford laughs, shaking his... You're so quiet. Come here. No. I'll try and turn myself up. Yeah. Is it good now? I don't know. Do I got... What about now? Am I good? My volume is all the way up, bozo. Well, I don't... Look. Higher? I can't go higher! Do I need to be screaming at the top of my lungs? I don't want to be screaming the romance of Ford! I don't want... Ugh. Is death good? Well, you see, it's good. It's fine. Ashley, you just need... Ford is too good for you. Bye. Well, whatever. Berlin shaking his head. Okay. Back to it. Ignoring Ashy. Ford laughs, shaking his head behind his glasses. His eyes are downcast, almost sad. You want to ask, but decide to stay quiet. Alright. Silent. Whatever. Ooh, a rock. The moment the sun touches the horizon through the gaps in the treetops, Ford gestures for the two of you to continue. You hadn't noticed, but you'd been resting within the short distance of a small hearing that holds a cylindrical, stone marker. The stone marker bears intricate swirls carved into the surface. Ford reaches into his coat and produces a packet of gum from Earth. What? Packet of gum from earlier. Opening it and dumping the pieces out into his palm. The gum? I like gum. Yeah. Unsure of why you came all the way out here to unwrap gum at sunset, you accept a stick of gum. Ford puts the remaining gum in his coat breast pocket. Ooh, no. He unwraps the now empty gum packet to reveal that it was hiding a small piece of parchment, folded up to act as lining. He smooths it out against the stone and holding it under the deep orange red light of the sunset. Set closely to look over Ford's shoulder. The parchment holds a detailed drawing of the swirls carved into the stone, documenting every crack on the surface. As he watched, a golden cursive unfolds itself across the page, seemingly fueled by sunset warm light. Ford reads the words as they appear. Such a place some often doth rest, but please do not disturb his nest. He's spitting bars. If kindness be something thou whatever. Ford lifts the parchment a little higher to prevent his shadow from obscuring the rest of the line. Follow thy nature and turn left. Such a place. Oh no, it's a riddle! Okay. I think this is easy. Such a place, some offhand off west, but please do not serve as rest. If kindness be something thou will be fresh, follow thy nature and turn left. Riddle, it's in your name, you got this. Yeah, about that, I didn't put riddle in my name because I was good at riddles. This is... Okay. Go right since it's always right. Okay. We go back. It wasn't... Do not... If kindness be thou... Okay, do we turn left? It says turn left, but also... It's like... If... Do not disturb his rest. If kindness be something thou be... Wait, what does be ref mean? Oh, deprived or lacking. Okay, we need to go... Okay, I'm dumb. I don't know words, so I think we turn left. I think so, Cypher. We press onward. Ooh. This is cool. Left leads you to a dimly lit cave, which Ford says he remembers well. Except last time he was here, it was pitch black since he arrived in the middle of the night. From its depths you hear the faint sound of dripping water, echoing off the cave's shrouded walls. You slow as your eyes attempt to adjust to the low light. Ugh. Ford pauses in front of you, reaching into his coat for something. I'm just watching Skizzleman, and this Skizzleman is way better than this. I will be honest. I need to catch up on Skizzleman. Ford pauses in front of you, reaching into his coat for something. Hold on, I have a flashlight in here somewhere. This cave has never received much natural light, you see. And, He rummages further and you see a couple dice, the pad of paper from earlier, and a quill. He has some custom pocket work going on in there too, and you bet one of his coat's inner pockets has a pen protector in it. Here we are. Alas, allow me to... Darn, out of batteries. Loser. Wait, I think I have one. Why do I have a battery? Oh, you put out your phone and turn on this flashlight. The light is small, but it does the job. You saved our hides down there. I can't read. Oh my gosh. You saved our hides there, Cypher. I was about to pull out a matchbook. With your light guiding the way, you and Ford move further into the cave, which yawns wide around you. It isn't until the silver of natural light from the entrance disappears that Ford speaks again. It's been years since I've been here. Decades even. At this point, I've always at this point, but I'll always remember the eye bats as one of my favorite discoveries when I arrived at Gravity Falls. How did you find them in the first place? One got into my house, you see. I was making breakfast one morning, and one managed to find my cereal box. When I poured the cereal into the bowl, it came fluttering out, agitated, like it belonged there. The nerve! Okay. He still sounds so indigent, even years later, that you laugh. I wanted to contain it for further study, but unfortunately I managed to get away. As I thought about it afterwards, its pupil had constricted against the light, unfamiliar with the bright light in the kitchen, so either it's nocturnal or it lives in the deepest, darkest cave in the Gravity Falls. I found them easily after that. Did you manage to catch one? Well, I gotta take a sip of water. Can't believe this game is 3 hours long. Okay. Somewhat, I came running through this cave with a butterfly net in my wits. I brought a working flashlight that time. They all hid in dark corners. Once I turned the flashlight off, they flocked to me. I caught 18 of them that day, but it reminded me of the self-uses of. The rapid sound of clicking claws against stone startles you, a shiver running up your spine. Ew! I don't like that. The dark. You turn off your light, Ford taps your shoulder and gestures for you to keep moving forward. Eventually, a narrow passage widens into a large room. The darkness shrouds the source of the dripping water from view. But as your eyes adjust, you squint to see a strange winged shadow, a shadow with eyes that glowed red in near darkness, like rubies. Your breath catches in your throat as the realization comes over you. Ford is apparently fairly close to you in the room. You find when he speaks a few inches from your shoulder. You catch it... close. Getting somewhere. You catch the shadow of his arm swing out in a wide arc, like he's introducing you to... Cypher, I'd like for you to meet the Mothman, he whispers, but even in the dark, you see him grinning excitedly at you. He's kind of cute. No, stay in the box. Ford looks between you and Mothman, apparently hoping for a dramatic reaction. Your speechlessness seems to satisfy it. Don't worry, it hasn't noticed us yet. I'm kind of doing like a Hiram voice for Ford. Don't worry, it hasn't noticed us yet. Here's the plan. You make contact with Mothman and I. He pulls out a butterfly net in a large lidded jar. Now, where that one came from within his code of mysteries is lost to you. We'll capture one of the 100 moths that comprise it. Wait, I get to touch Mothman, the Mothman. You're heading in with a butterfly net? Seriously? This is a little dangerous. I get to touch the Mothman? Touch it. Yes, and it turns into 100 black witch moths. It's like experiencing a swarm of locusts. Surprising when you're not expecting it. Remember, even just a light touch is enough. You see yourself waiting for its signal. He waves his hand to coax you forward, and then it's up to you to decide how to, well, make contact. Ooh! The music. Music goes kind of hard. Hold on, I gotta save. Yeah, these are from the one time I played earlier. I thought it'd be funny to fill up the entire page for them. But, alright. Run around... back to its blind spot, run straight for it, approach with stealth. I really like the OST for this game. I wonder if it's somewhere I can get. Approach with stealth. You tiptoe towards the Mothman, remembering up Ford's comment on the dark and trying to generate inner self skills. Oh. Did I mess up? Of course, that's the moment your phone decides to start blasting it, Taken Over Midnight by Aunt Sandra. You're confused before remembering that Mabel added her number to your contacts and must have made that her custom ringtone. Mothman turns at the noise and screeches, but before you can barrel into it, the creature explodes into 100 moths, fluttering around you. Getting stuck in your shirt and skittering around your face. Ugh! I don't like that. Surrounding you in mothy hell. Ugh. Your task accomplished, Ford rushes into the large swarm of moths, waving the butterfly net with a few unsuccessful swipes. Loser. He tries swatting the more aggressive ones away, but there are too many. Use the phone's light. You grab your phone and quickly switch the light on, running to Ford's side and holding it up high. You even attempt to call them over, despite knowing they don't respond to sound. Before long, they all crowd around the phone. The sight of light flickering and reflecting off of so many small wings would be somewhat captivating if you hadn't just been in the midst of them. Ford puts the butterfly net back away, and jar in hand, carefully scoops one of the moths up. Well, that could have gone better, but we succeeded nonetheless. Look, it wasn't my fault, alright? I got Mabel called for some reason. As Ford pockets the jar, you turn off the light. With no light and with no threat to focus in on, the cloud disperses. That was amazing. Ford laughs, brushing dust and dirt off his trench coat. You could say that. Our completed repellent is within sight. Let's head back. Ford turns to leave the cave. He looks calm and content. You, on the other hand, are buzzing with energy under an adrenaline rush. Should you go for a high five? I don't think he'd really like a high five, but we can see. He's probably gonna look at me weird. Oh, this is cute. It's cute art. You raise a hand and a universally understood offer of high five. Ford pauses and grins, high-fiving at you, or rather at 6. Oh, this is cute art! Oh my gosh. Look at him. That was cute. I like that. When you and Ford finally reach the cave entrance, you find the forest that you'd left in the dying light is now awash with a silverly glow. A gap between the leaves overhead provides a view of the night sky, along with a long string of stars. A few more steps and the Milky Way comes into view, looking as if a tear across the fabric of the sky. Ford notices you looking. See something? The pterodactyl doesn't usually come out this late, but being a prehistoric creature, its behavior is rather unpredictable. Never seen the Milky Way in person before. It looks amazing. Isn't it? It's remarkable what you can see without light pollution from the city. Here on the outskirts of town, you can see a good portion of the Milky Way every night. He gazes up into the night sky. It's kind of romantic. A whole year has passed, yet it still feels strange to see a sky I recognize. What? Oh, traveling. You know, I was in a different part of the world. You both stare up at the sky in a comfortable silence for a few more moments. This quiet of the forest settles in, along with a distant sound of flowing water, and you find yourself surprisingly glad that Ford had accidentally pulled you here. If this is one of the moments you get to experience. Yeah, I just got attacked by moths, but this is good. Out of the corner of your eye, you swear you see Ford looking at you instead of up, but when you tilt your head back down, his attention is elsewhere. I don't know if I can play this all. Eventually, the two of you come to a wordless mutual agreement to continue on, and you're walking again. You have to show me the other creatures that live here sometime. You're glad you said so when you look over and find that Ford looks pleasantly surprised to hear it. His chest puffs out with pride. Okay. Of course, maybe we'll even get to the spot that hide behind, or tag along with Dipper when he next visits to meet Multi-Bear. What? Ford tapped his temple, grinning. Oh, look at him. He's so happy. You'll have to wait until I show you to find out. I'm holding you to that. We have some time left before you get back if you're up for another walk. You must make a face because Ford looks back to you and laughs. We're not far, I promise. I just thought I might answer a few of your questions if you have any. More questions. Actually, I do have questions. You must stay in great shape if you do this all day. Oh. Ha! You know, actually, this sort of thing isn't part of my exercise recommend. Ford turns left at the stone marker, towards the side of the river, and sure enough, after a while, it comes into view. The moonlight illuminates the water as you walk along it, not through it. Hey, that must look beautiful. Oh my gosh! It's the place where they fish. Wow, so pretty. After following the river for quite a few minutes, the shoreline expands into a small round lake into the center of a clearing. Overhanging it is a large flat rock, the kind that could be used as a less than effective diving board in times of emergency. The emergency being that one just had to jump into the lake. Yeah. We should... Never mind, I can't say that. However, neither yourself nor Ford really look in the direction of the diving board. He leads you towards the edge of the lake where a relatively flat boulder could substitute for a bench, and the two of you take a seat. Break the silence. There's so many questions. Ask about other creatures. Ask about family. History. Shack. Ask about staying. Ask Ford about stars. Yeah, I'll do that one. You ask Ford if he has a favorite constellation, and his answer comes faster than you expected. Orion and Ursa Major, without a doubt. What about you? Ooh. Aqualia. Hold on. Let me search it. At the start of this constellation, there's 4 views. No, there's 3. Yeah. Constellation. Didn't want to witness the interrogation. Yeah. This is so much, dude. What is this constellation? Aquila or whatever? Aquila is a constellation on the celestial equator. Its name is Latin for eagle, and it represents the bird that carried Zeus/Jupiter's thunderbolts in Greek Roman mythology. That one's pretty good. Summer Triangle. You know, that'd be runny. Wait, runny. Really funny. Jeez. Summer Triangle constellation. Okay, I do kind of want to say it's Summer Triangle because I'm Cypher right now. I'm Bill Cypher. But I don't. I don't know. What do we do? I'm gonna save. I also really like Ursa Major. Yeah, Ursa Major. Aquila. I don't know. We'll just see what Summer Triangle is. Technically, whatever. That's actually. He's got so many nerd words. That's actually a antersimon, a different type of celestial object. Oh well. Ask about his family. What is Stan like? Stubborn? Back up to 40. You don't gotta count the viewers. It's alright. Stubborn, foolhardy, a liar, and a cheapsteak. But a true hero at heart. There's no one else I'd rather call my brother. What is Zeus? No, Zeus? Zeus? I can't say it. Oh, Jessica's gonna be so disappointed. I can't say Zeus. No. I don't know. This guy. The handyman. Who's Zeus? Zeus? I don't know. I can't say it. I'm still not sure what he does exactly, but Stan gave him the rights to conduct his business with the shack, so he spends his day giving out tours, selling merchandise, fooling the townsfolk, giving out refunds, and the like. I may not have been around the original Mystery Shack very often while Stan was still running it, but I believe Zeus, I can't, is doing the brand name good. It's Mabel-like. In short, a force to be reckoned with. She radiates charm and positivity, and has depth of determination I can only guess at. You'll find out for yourself, most likely. It's hard not to wake up one day and find yourself her friend. Perhaps you already are. He wiggles his fingers spookily in the air, and you laugh. I don't doubt it. What is Dipper like? Dipper is very intelligent in many ways. He reminds me of, well, myself. Last summer, he found the research journals I mentioned, and instead of overlooking them, made some impressive I can't read. I just can't. Of his own. He has since started his own journal, and I look forward to see where life will take him. He's made me prouder than I can say. That's sweet. Okay, I'm not asking all of these questions. Wait for him. Fred looks out across the lake in thought. Cypher, I have to admit, I didn't want to take you with me earlier today. I thought I'd be walking myself into an uncomfortable social situation. So did you, to be honest. And then you did well there. Not many tourists could handle the kind of task we just completed. This had the potential to have gone disastrously. Ugh. I mean, a butterfly net against a Wolfman? Easily a 30% success rate. Sometimes, the more forthbeat, the... Okay, drink of water. It's already been an hour. Okay. Sometimes the more Ford speaks, the less reassured you feel, until it's all that's left is a distant unease. You smile and nod anyway. The two of you sit in another moment of quiet. Night air pleasantly chill around you, until Ford again breaks it. We should head back now. I'm sure Mabel will want to hear we've been successful. You stand and give Ford a hand up from the makeshift bench. Ford takes the lead again, and soon you're no longer able to catch sight of the lake when you glance back. I should have drowned a minute. Ford gradually adjusts his face to yours, walking side by side with you in companionable silence all the way back to the shack. Almost there. You recognize from the incredibly flashy signs touting phrases like "Mystery Shack this way" and "Sasquatch to your left" that you are extremely close to arriving at the shack. As you and Ford leave the tree line, you see the bright lights shining on the porch. You make out the faint outline of the kids' shadows as they run through the house and emerge in the attic window, and Mabel pushes it open, leaning out. Grunkle Ford, finally! You guys took so long. I had time to cover waddles and macaroni. Why would you do that? I have my reasons. Did you get the thing? Yes, and I'm coming inside so we can stop shouting. I probably should have been shouting, but it's fine. Cypher, come along. We've got a pig to save. First, right into the shack. A man on mission. A man on a mission. You come in and follow, but not before taking one last look at the night sky. Yeah, maybe your stay won't be too bad after all. Ooh. Back inside the shack, the grand conclusion of T-Rex expedition to the Mothman's cave is spritzing Mabel's pig with the newly finished deterrent until the poor piglet reeks of lavender. That's nice. You see Mabel and Dipper head up to bed, looking sleepier than usual as a result. Something about lavender is so soothing to the senses that you crash out fairly soon afterwards. Face first on your makeshift bed. I love that. Oh, love meter. Love meter. Oh my gosh. It's like you were made for each other. Can you give me dating tips? You're good at this. Oh, it's gonna take forever. I wonder if with this Stan, did they like switch papers? That'd be fun. Alright. Now we made it like day 1 or week 1, I guess. I don't know. Oh, why am I doing this? Let me check Discord real quick. See if there's anything new. No. Nothing I can use as an excuse to procrastinate playing this. Alright. You wake up to a loud crash downstairs. Not entirely uncommon in this house. You're quickly finding out, but still disconcerting. Disconcerting? I don't know. More clatters and thumps lead you to the kitchen, where Mabel teeters on a short stepladder in front of the pantry. Standing on her tiptoes, she reaches as high as she can for a small yellow box on the top shelf. Pancake mix. Without a word, you go to her side and pluck the box from the shelf for her, placing it into her outstretched hand. Oh, Cypher, thank you! Grunkle Stan put it on top put it on the top shelf for some reason, but I need some Mabel cakes. It's a breakfast emergency. She waggles her free fingers in your face and you can't help but laugh. You can tell the house becomes more alive when this kid's around. I love Mabel. Want to help me make them? We only need chocolate milk, coffee, pink food coloring, and a pot of gold O's to make this breakfast dream a breakfast reality. As delicious as that sounds, you're inclined to ask where the coffee comes into the mix when you realize this house is suspiciously quiet. Mabel weirds everybody. Oh, Grunkle Stan needed stuff for your car, so he went to go get Mechie Techie's stuff for that. I think Grunkle Ford's somewhere. He heard the abominable bro man was trying to steal soda from Camper, so he went to help him out. Dipper. Yep, that's me. I totally knew that. So I left you guys to make breakfast on your own. You don't know the family well enough yet to notice it's commonplace, so the idea of leaving two teenagers alone to fend for themselves seems fine. If one of the teenagers wasn't Mabel, anyway. You still don't know how coffee fits into her Mabel cakes, but now you don't really want to know. Dipper attempts to hide the pancake mix from Mabel while she's grabbing the chocolate milk from the fridge. Apparently he doesn't want to find out either. Mabel, while your Mabel cakes sound absolutely divine, why don't we quick think of something so you don't hurt her feelings? Go out for breakfast? Is there somewhere we can go out to get breakfast? We should really save the Mabel cakes till your great uncles get back. I know they wouldn't want to miss them. But I want to perfect my recipe. I have to get better at cooking and baking stuff so I can survive out there in the world. What if high school I'll have to bake stuff and people are better than me? Mabel looks very agitated, tugging at her hair with both hands. If I can't make the perfect Mabel cakes, I can never be on Bad Dreams Dining. I gotta impress Gerald Rambone, Cypher. It's my destiny. Dipper, can you cook? Maybe Dipper can help you make something different. We should save the Mabel cakes for another day, a more special day. But Cypher, Mabel, still standing on the stepladder, reaches up and squishes your cheeks together, her wide eyes staring into your soul. Every day is a special case of Mabel cakes. Mabel, I can't read. You glance at Dipper, making a "please help me out and I'll buy you breakfast" face. You hope he understands. Yeah, Mabel, I know you want to cook more since you're becoming an adult. Sure. But don't you think Grunkle Stan and Uncle Ford should be here to try them too, and not just me, again? Mabel hops off the stepladder and ponders her brother's question, lips pursed. Eventually she nods, beeping at you both. You're right, Dipper. I can't deny them that experience. I literally said that! Wasn't... Would you... Okay, whatever. I guess my input is not... It's not good enough. Jeez. You give Dipper a thankful smile over Mabel's head as she puts the ingredients back in the refrigerator. He grins back at you, rubbing the back of his neck. You wonder if he got that one from one of his grunkles. Jeez, my voice is dying. That's clever now that you think about it. Great plus uncle to make grunkle saves time on syllables. We should go to Gracie's. They have some of the best pancakes there, with like 3 different kinds of syrup if you ask Lazy Susan nicely. Yeah, it's not super far, let's go. The kids are about to head out of the kitchen when you realize something. Wait, aren't you going to leave a note for your grunkles about where we're going? Oh, right, good call. Dipper scribbles out a note for Stan and Ford and sticks it on the front door of the shack with one of Mabel's stickers. The kids lead the way towards the town, explaining various landmarks in the wild and wonderful stories attached to them along the way. And this is where we saw those 2 ghostly old people. In a convenience store. Strange, but not regardless. Maybe she just meant they were so old they looked like ghosts. So after what you've heard about Gravity Falls already, you could believe they were real ghosts. Dipper points out the diner in the distance, a log-shaped building on top of a train cart, and the 3 of you head inside. You soon realize that the kids know just about everyone in this town. Several people, young and old, wave at them as the 3 of you find a table, and you get the feeling that they're almost famous in Gravity Falls. Though you're not entirely sure why. Yeah, I don't know. Definitely didn't save the town from an apocalypse or whatever. They're pretty cute though. Mabel blows the paper wrapper off her straw at Dipper's face, and he retaliates by swatting her with the laminated menu. An elderly woman in a pastel pink waitress dress comes up to the table, and you catch the name on her tag, Susan. Hiya, kid and stranger. What can I get for you? Pancakes and all three syrups for me, please, Lady Susan. Same for me, actually. Lady Susan turns to you, notepad in hand. What will you get? Well, I don't like Irillos. I don't like pancakes. I don't like waffles. I'll get scrambled eggs and bacon. Coming right up, sweetie. I can't. Lady Susan winks with her good eye, of course, and heads to the back of the diner. The wait for your food to arrive feels longer than... I can't read. Oh my god. Feels longer here than most, mainly due to Mabel and Dipper using this time to interrogate you. What? At first it's somewhat intimidating. You literally crashed into their house and started hanging out with their great uncles, so they have lots of questions. Once their irrational fear of 2 13-year-olds fades out, you recognize their interview for what it really is. They care about their grunkles. If you do start hanging out with them more, they want to know as much about you as possible. Mabel's questions are somewhat nonsensical. So if you were stranded on a deserted island with no boat, no cheating, what would you take with you? Dippers are more careful and calculated. What were you doing before you came here? School? Work? Both? Neither? Did you know about Gravity Falls before you crashed into the shack? You immediately know which grunkle each twin takes after. Stan and Mabel, goofy partners in crime, versus the quiet brainiacs, Ford and Dipper. It's an intriguing contrast, especially now that you're thrown into the middle of the bunch. I don't think I'm gonna get through the entire game of this in one stream. I still need to watch Murder Drones. So, we'll just do, like, I guess day 2, I guess? And then maybe end it. But as the twins race to see which syrup bottle drips into their mouths the fastest, Dipper's blueberry syrup beats Mabel's classic syrup by half a millisecond. You swear on it. You know that these kids do a lot more for their great uncles than just be cute counterparts. And here we go. Enjoy, kiddos. Let me know if you need anything else. I can't do it. Seth, what do you think of the word whip a ding ding? Pretty good. 10. I'd rate it like 7 out of 10. Lady Susan gives out the respectful plates and the kids go quiet, shoveling down their food like they've never been fed before. Between mouthfuls, you get a few questions about yourself and your theories on aliens versus which member of M. Cycronus was your favorite. I can't read. But the table is near silent as the three of you eat. Yeah, my made-up word got a 7 out of 10. Yup. That is until Mabel speaks up through a mouthful of pancake. So, Cypher, if in a totally made-up and not real situation, you had to pick who your favorite was, who'd you pick, Grunkle Stan or Grunkle Ford? Okay, my favorite is Grunkle Stan, but I'm romancing Grunkle Ford, so I'd probably... Oh, okay. This seems too planned compared to her other cutesy questions. Dipper elbows her sister not so subtly, and she elbows him right back, wide eyes staring at him in a sibling-linked look you can't decipher. They're so cute. I love this art style. Like, say you're in a movie, like one of those weird movies Grunkle Stan watches on TV with the ladies in poopy dresses fighting horses. Awfully specific, but you let her continue, taking another bite of your food. You're the main character of this movie, and you got two guys who are both madly in love with you. This one doesn't mess around with getting right to the point, huh? But you could only marry one of them, so you could be in the next line of the throne. What would you do if Grunkle Stan and Grunkle Ford were your choices? Who would you go with? Mabel, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Like, really weird and kind of gross. Come on, Dipper, this is important information. Let's find out to my research. What research? None of your business. Yet. But I'm still gathering other research. Mabel leads towards the Dipper's ear to whisper, waggling her eyebrow at you before she replies, and not a whisper, but quite the opposite. Research into how you're a huge nerd! Wait, hold on. Research into how you're a huge nerd! Yeah, that's better. And with that, Mabel catapults the spoonful of melted butter from atop her pancakes onto Dipper's cheek with a very satisfying splat. Dipper jerks in disgust and retaliates by smearing strawberry syrup onto Mabel's nose. A drop of stickiness plopping onto her sweater. Ew. Ew, gross. You're gross. It's not vittorial. Ugh. What is with these words? Why do visual novels always have nerd words? I don't. Between the twins, but a lot of giggles and a few more various food missiles. Eventually, syrup streaks Mabel's cheekbones and some of her hair, and Dipper has a small piece of pancake stuck to his face. You guys are dorks. Maybe you're right, but we're twins, so it's adorable. Say so, Mabel. Wait, quick, Cypher, take a picture of us while Dipper's got pancake on his face. Wait, I have what? He swipes quickly his face, and after several passes, he gets it off. Aw, I was trying to get more candid pictures of us. Mabel, you have syrup everywhere. Really? Ugh. Then it would have been a perfect photo. Here, let me get it. Your hands are sticky enough. You get back up with a napkin in your hand, try to wipe some of the syrup off of Mabel's cheeks. The excess syrup swipes off easily, but a good portion doesn't budge. I mean, maybe syrup as makeup is the next new look. That's one word for it, kid. Stay Hey there. We wondered where you went once we came back to this suspiciously quiet house. If it weren't for Dipper Snow, we would have been worried. Sixer would have been worried. I tried to tell him you kids pull this kind of stuff all the time. Hanging out unannounced, putting stress on your poor old grunkle's heart. He puts a hand over his heart dramatically. All those missing hours of unpaid child labor. Stan. Actually, that note wasn't me. Well, I wrote it, but Cypher's the one who said we should sew. Wait. Well, I wrote it, but Cypher's the one who said we should, so that you know where we went. Okay. Both Ford and Sam turned to look to you, surprised. Really? Figured those two knuckleheads dragged you here. Why not make breakfast at home? This place is at least 15-minute walk from the shack. Well, he glanced at Dipper, swiping his finger across Mabel's cheek and licking the blueberry sip off. Mabel has a pancake in her mouth, chewing on it like a grazing sheep. I wanted to treat them to something, I guess. It's the least I could do. You're letting me stay with you and fixing my car. I thought since you were gone, I'd take them. I thought since you were gone, I'd take these two out for a change. Also, Mabel is gonna make Mabel cakes again. You're just mad you can't even make toast right. But yes, I can. I burned it one time. The stream has been going over for over 100 minutes now. Yep. Unfortunately. Dipper holds his syrup-tipped finger in the air, indigent. Well, Mabel wanted you guys to enjoy her Mabel cakes too, and since there wasn't much food, I figured I'd take them out. Stan snatches the mangles. Her mangle. FNAF reference. Stan snatches the pancake from Mabel's mouth and takes a bite out of it, cackling when she stands on the seat to try and grab it back. Climbing over Dipper to reach. Aside from the kerfuffle, you catch Ford's eye. Was he staring at you? Ooh, romance. As soon as he realizes, he quickly sets his gaze elsewhere, looking over your head and out the window. You'd say that he probably just shifted his attention, but his finger mango FNAF moment, yeah. But his finger hooks under the high neck of his sweater and tucks it. Oh my. Stay in the box. Well, Cypher, I really appreciate you looking after Dipper and Mabel for us. It was very kind of you to bring them here. Sorry. Well, it wasn't a big deal, really. I'm happy to help. You smile at him, pretending you don't feel how warm your face is, because maybe it's just hot and greasy. Ford looks close to the shade of his sweater. Wait, what was that? Well, kid, if you're paying, scoot over, Dipper. I want breakfast too. Stanley, it's at least 12:30 now. Going before, that means it's time for brunch. Duh. See, this kid gets me. Now let me in so I can get some grub. Dipper moves to your side of the booth as Stan sits next to Maple, and Ford sits at Dipper's side. Lazy Susan comes back and takes order for another round of food and drinks for everyone, including Mabel, who decides she wants some more pancakes. You're starting to regret offering to pay, but as Stan and Mabel try their hand at the syrup drips race, with Dipper cheering them on, Ford watching with a wide grin on his face, you don't really mind that much. Wow, wholesome 100. Oh, are we done with day 2? After an expedition to find Mothman, you accompanied Ford on a few other missions, so to speak, examining various birds of the forest, including the questionable stomach-faced duck. What? Who snatched your sandwich and quickly ran off. Ford in hot pursuit. Oh, he didn't find what evidence he needed, something to do with their digestive systems. You both decided that the stomach-faced duck flock were questionable, not as questionable as the question quail, which he shows you from a scanned journal page, but still questionable. You ask why he decided the octopus was too stupid to study, but received a loud groan and too sticky as an answer. Valid point. All in all, your adventures with Ford have been more enjoyable than you'd expected, and you can't help but hope that you'll get to experience another one with him soon. Aww. We're not done. You walk through the living room lost in thought about question quails and Ford's journal pages, and narrowly avoid slipping on a sheet of graph paper. Ah, don't look! Oh, it's you. Dipper peers out over a book that proclaims D, and more D, officially licensed campaign journal. He's sitting on the yellow armchair with crisscross legs, barricaded in with books and papers. They're not gonna have me play D&D, right? He's got a lap of multicolored dice and a half-dozen chewed pencils strewn across the floor and one in his mouth. You look down and notice the floor is almost entirely covered in graph paper. Hi? Did you need something? I know it's kind of messy. I should probably clean that up. Dipper looks reluctant to extract himself from his self-constructed fantasy lore prison. Yeah, I can do it. You look busy. You're about halfway through cleaning the floor before you actually start looking at what's on the various sheets. You're holding a fantasy map, some floor plans, and countless scribbled notes and calculations in the margins. What's these for? Planning something? Dipper is re-immersed in his planning. He starts low when you ask. Oh, right. No big deal. It's just for the great pen and paper role-playing game called Dungeons, and More Dungeons. DD and MD for short. It's all about fantasy worlds and statistics and swords, and well, it's kind of difficult to explain, but super fun. I'm playing it with Grunkle Ford today, so I'm just putting down the final touches to my dungeon. He's gonna be so stumped. Stumps, you say? Ford comes into the room at that precise moment, drying his hands on his trench coat. Perfect timing, Dipper. I just managed to get the paint off my hands. Paint from what? Oh, one of the gnomes came by and decided he'd graffiti the side of the house. Something about his rapper persona. Yeesh. Yes, I don't think J. Gnomesy is going anywhere in the music business. In any event, I see you've been hard at work. Are you ready for a game? I don't know. I think J. Gnomesy will slay. Yes, and Cypher, I can take those now. Thanks for the help. Ford looks like he just noticed you standing there for the first time since he entered the room. Cypher, glad to see you weren't too shaken up by our adventure yesterday. You grin and hand Dipper this tall stack of papers, catching a glimpse of the stats for a knock skull. Well, I made it back in one piece, right? One piece! Sorry. That's the spirit, though 90% of the piece would have been good too. You know, you never realize how little a difference 10% makes until you lose it. So how is the Mothman? Shaken up. All in the name of research, though. I've seen it lose a few moths and come back the next week, good as new. A process akin to cycling out dead cells. I would say we're just expedited that process. No moral issues there. Well, Cypher, the game calls and I must answer. Stanley's about if you're looking for him. Though, well, if you wanted to join our game, I certainly wouldn't object. I could promise a fun afternoon. Another player? Yeah, totally. I can give you a pre-made character sheet to start. And dice shoot. Dice. Shoot, where did I put my other set? Don't worry, I've got an extra set. Me? I don't even know how to play. Oh man, there are so many rules. Where to start? It's really easy to pick up. It's even kind of popular now. Not sure about committing the whole afternoon to this game of Ford, though Dipper does seem pretty excited about it, but stands around too, and you want to go check on your car. Well, think about it, Cypher. Dipper, my boy, why don't you and I get things set up in the meantime? Ford and Dipper launch into fantasy lore talk as they prompt up a cork board against a yellow armchair, pin up various maps and floor plans with important landmarks, and upend their pouches of dice onto the carpet. I do not want to play D&D. But that's obviously the option you need to pick, so you can get the love meter up with Ford. Ask to join their game. Maybe I should just end the stream now. It's great. Oh shoot, did you look at the plans earlier? Those were for Dungeon Master's eyes only. If only I had known you were going to join us. Don't worry, I didn't look. What a relief. No, wait. What if you're lying to get an edge in the game? Is this legal? Grunkle Ford? What? I didn't hear. I was just categorizing these D&D and MD looks. How many volumes do they have these days? Dipper and Ford put the piece. You know what? We're just gonna save here, and then we will continue another day. I don't want to play D&D right now. So, return. No. Okay. Well. It's a good game so far. I like the art style. Story's good, I think. Good stream. Yep. I don't want to play D&D, so we're just gonna end the stream. See ya. Bye-bye, and have a good day, or whatever. I need to go watch Murder Drones. So, looking forward to swooning over Sans 2 Electric Boogaloo. Yeah, me too. Alright. Adios.